we're going to learn how to create a product on Planton Cloud. In another video, I've already created a company with name Cookie Store LLC. A company will have just one flagship product. Like for example, Stripe has Stripe payments, right? However, a company can have more products independent of each other. Like for example, Google has Google Search, Google Maps. Planton Cloud has been built to support both models. You create a company and you can create any number of products within the company. In order to create a company, you click on the context on the header and then click on new product. And you'll notice that the company in the context is already selected. You have the option to choose a different company from the drop down. When you click on the drop down, you will see the list of all products that you have access to create products in. You can give a name for your product. In this particular context, I'm going to call this as web shop, wherein customers can place orders to purchase cookies. Product name is what you will see in the header when you switch the context to a product. Choosing the product key is a very important step. All products will have a 2 to 4 character key of your choice. And this key is unique within the company that you are creating a product in. Hyphens are not allowed, only alphanumeric characters. No hyphens or no spaces, nothing. So you can choose something that can help you quickly identify your product. You can choose that key. The full identifier for the product itself is essentially a combination of the ID of the company and this key. So when you create the product, the ID will essentially look something like cookie-shop. Again, it is important to choose 2 to 4 character key as appropriately, which will help you identify the product that you are looking at. Also, all the resources that are created within the product, for example, if you are creating new microservices, if you are connecting new code servers like GitHub or GitLab, if you are creating multiple code projects, if you are creating multiple environments, all of those resources will have their own identifiers, and the resources that belong to a product, the identifiers for those resources will always be prefixed or begin with, or at least contain this product ID at their beginning. And description is optional. I can simply say online shopping website for selling cookies. That's it. As soon as you click on create button, you will notice that the context has already been switched to the new product that you have created. You can switch between products that belong to different companies. Because I have access to both companies, I will have the ability to create products in both the companies. Here, I'm going to call it decentralized exchange and give XCH as the product key. This is my product description. I click on create. So the context has been switched to this new product that I have created. Now, a few more things that are useful to learn at the moment is, if you navigate to the IAM context, you are essentially looking at permissions for the product that you have chosen in the context. As I mentioned earlier, the ID of the product is generated by combining the company ID and the product code that you chose. And as you switch between the context of a product and a company, you will notice that the quick list of items within the quick access will also be different. When we are working in product context, which is a child element for a company, you will see all different resources that are available on Planton Cloud. However, when you switch the context to a company, you will see that only a few resources are displayed in the quick access section. That is because these are the only resources that are relevant in the context of a company. In future videos, we'll learn more about what these resources are and how to create them and how to use them to build your product.